Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another deep dive where we explore the wonders of Allah's creation. Today, we're turning our attention to something that's both familiar and awe-inspiring. Fire. Think about it. Fire has been with us since the beginning, hasn't it?
It has.
It's given us warmth,
Right.
light, and the ability to cook food. But it's also a force of nature that demands respect, a power that can be both destructive and transformative.
Right.
And joining me to delve deeper into this fascinating world of fire is our expert. Let's explore not just the science of fire, but also its significance in our faith and throughout human history.
Wa alaikum assalam. It's amazing how fire is woven into the very fabric of our existence, isn't it?
It really is.
In the Quran, fire holds a special place, appearing as both a symbol of divine guidance and a reminder of the consequences of straying from the right path.
That's right. I mean, think about the story of Prophet Moses, peace be upon him,
Yeah.
and the burning bush. That's fire as a symbol of Allah's presence, guiding and revealing his message.
Exactly. And then, on the other hand, we have the descriptions of hellfire, a stark reminder of the accountability we face for our actions. This duality, this contrast, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. It makes you realize that fire, like so much of Allah's creation, has this incredible power that can be used for both good and bad. But before we go too deep into the spiritual aspects, I'm curious about the science behind it all. What makes fire, well, fire?
Well, at its core, fire is a chemical reaction, a beautiful dance between fuel, oxygen, and heat. You need all three, which is why we often talk about the fire triangle. But it's not just about starting a fire, it's also about how it burns, you see. There's a difference between complete and incomplete combustion. Complete combustion. That's when you have plenty of oxygen. And the flames are usually blue or clear. But when you don't have enough oxygen, that's incomplete combustion, and you get those smoky yellow flames, releasing more pollutants into the air.
So, the next time I'm building a campfire and I see those yellow flames, that means I need to add more wood and let the air flow better.
Right. So fascinating how something we take for granted has so much science behind it. But speaking of campfires, imagine our ancestors discovering fire for the first time. What a turning point for humanity.
Yes, absolutely. Imagine the world before controlled fire. No warmth on a cold night, no way to cook food, no defense against predators in the dark. And then suddenly, you have this power, this tool that changes everything.
Wow.
It's no coincidence that the discovery of fire, estimated to be around 1.5 million years ago, marked a significant leap in human evolution.
And think about how fire changed the way we eat. No more tough, raw meat. Now we can cook food, making it tastier, easier to digest, and safer to eat. It's like fire unlocked a whole new level of nutrition and flavor.
It's true. Cooking with fire revolutionized our diets. And let's not forget the social aspect. Gathering around a fire for warmth and sharing stories while a meal cooks, that's the foundation of community.
Right. It's a tradition that continues to this day in so many cultures.
It really is. And from those early campfires, fire became essential to so many things we do. It's not just about cooking anymore. It's about warmth in our homes, light to chase away the darkness, and even the ability to shape metal and create new tools.
Absolutely. Think about smelting metals. Fire made it possible to extract metals from ores, leading to the creation of tools, weapons, and everything from simple utensils to towering structures.
It's really amazing to think how fire helped us build civilizations, wouldn't you say?
I would.
And then there's the development of engines and power plants, using fire to generate electricity and fuel our modern world. It's like fire took us from huddling in caves to soaring through the skies. But of course, with all this good comes a responsibility to understand and respect the power of fire.
Right. Yes. And unfortunately, we see the consequences when that respect is lacking. Fires caused by human carelessness, electrical faults, or even deliberate acts of arson can have devastating impacts, leading to loss of life, property damage, and destruction of natural environments.
And then there are the personal dangers, like burns, which range from mild redness to severe, life-threatening damage to the skin.
That's right. And we can't forget about smoke inhalation. You see, smoke from a fire is filled with harmful substances, and breathing it in can damage your lungs and even be fatal.
Wow.
It's actually a leading cause of death in fires. It's a sobering reminder that while fire is a gift from Allah, it's a gift that must be handled with care and respect.
And speaking of care and respect, what are some practical things we can do to stay safe around fire?
Well, a great place to start is with prevention. Installing smoke alarms in your home is crucial. They provide early warning in case of a fire, giving you precious time to escape.
That makes sense. And what about fire extinguishers? I know they're important,
Yeah.
but I'm not always sure which type to use for different fires.
That's a great question. You see, there are different types of fire extinguishers, each designed for specific kinds of fires. For example, a Class A extinguisher is for ordinary combustibles like wood and paper, while a Class B extinguisher is for flammable liquids like grease or gasoline. It's really important to have the right extinguisher for the type of fire you might encounter.
So it's not just about having an extinguisher, it's about having the right one and knowing how to use it properly. I'm learning so much. What other fire safety tips do you have for our listeners?
Well, one of the most important things is to have a fire escape plan for your home. Talk to your family about what to do in case of a fire. Practice different escape routes. And designate a safe meeting place outside. And don't forget about simple precautions, like never leaving cooking unattended, being careful with candles and open flames, and keeping flammable materials away from heat sources.
It sounds like fire safety is all about being prepared and thinking ahead, isn't it? But, while we've been focusing on the practical aspects of fire, I can't help but think about its deeper meaning, especially in our faith. It's interesting how fire plays such a significant role in Islamic eschatology.
Absolutely. The Quran and Hadith offer vivid descriptions of both hellfire and paradise. And these descriptions are meant to serve as powerful reminders of our accountability to Allah.
That's right, the depictions of hellfire, with its unquenchable flames and unimaginable suffering, are a stark warning against straying from the path of righteousness. It's equally important to remember that fire also holds a place of beauty and tranquility in paradise.
You're exactly right. In paradise, fire takes on a different form altogether. Imagine lanterns crafted from pure gold, radiating a gentle warmth and illuminating the gardens with a serene, ethereal glow. This fire doesn't burn or cause pain. It's a source of comfort and beauty, a testament to Allah's infinite mercy and grace.
It's amazing how fire can represent such contrasting realities, a reminder of both Allah's justice and His boundless compassion. It's a reflection of the duality that exists throughout creation, isn't it?
It certainly is. And it's a reminder that fire, like all of creation, is ultimately under Allah's control. It can be a force of destruction or a source of warmth and light, depending on His will and our own choices.
That's such a profound point, and it makes me wonder, what else can we learn from fire? What lessons can it teach us about ourselves and our relationship with Allah?
Well, think about this. Fire needs fuel to burn, right?
Right.
And just like a fire can be extinguished if it runs out of fuel, our own inner fire, our spirit, needs nourishment too.
This is a really interesting analogy. What kind of fuel do we need to keep our inner fire burning brightly?
Well, our fuel comes from our connection to Allah. It's through prayer, through reading the Quran, through acts of kindness and charity, through seeking knowledge and striving to live a life pleasing to Him. These are the things that nourish our souls and keep our hearts alight with faith and love.
So in a way, understanding the nature of fire can actually help us understand ourselves better.
I believe that's true, just like a fire can be destructive if left unchecked. Our own desires and passions can lead us astray if we don't guide them with wisdom and faith. But when we use that fire within us for good, for creativity, for spreading kindness and light in the world, then we truly reflect the beauty and power of Allah's creation.
And it all comes back to that idea of responsibility, doesn't it?
It does.
We have a duty to use the gifts Allah has given us, including fire, in a way that benefits ourselves and others.
Absolutely, and that responsibility extends beyond just our personal lives. We need to be mindful of the impact our actions have on the environment. Especially when it comes to fire. With climate change increasing the risk of wildfires, we need to be extra cautious and responsible.
That's a crucial point. Practicing responsible campfire etiquette, adhering to fire bans during dry seasons, and being aware of the potential dangers of even a small spark. These are all ways we can show our respect for Allah's creation and protect the world He has entrusted to us.
Well said. Sometimes I think we take fire for granted. It's such a common part of our lives. But when we really stop to think about it, its complexity and significance are truly awe-inspiring. From the way it burns to its role in our history, our faith, and even our own inner lives, fire is a testament to the wonder and power of Allah's creation.
It's a reminder that even the seemingly mundane aspects of our world are filled with meaning and lessons if we take the time to look closely.
Exactly. And that's what makes learning about Allah's creation so rewarding. It opens our eyes to the beauty and intricacy of the world around us and deepens our appreciation for the wisdom and power of our Creator.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up part 2 of our deep dive, I'm curious about something. We've talked about the scientific and spiritual aspects of fire, its benefits and dangers, but what about its artistic side? Fire has this undeniable beauty that has captivated artists for centuries.
You're absolutely right. Think about the vibrant colors of a blazing fire, the mesmerizing dance of the flames, the way it casts flickering shadows on the walls. Fire has this raw, elemental energy that has inspired countless works of art, from paintings and sculptures to literature and music.
And of course, we can't forget about fireworks. They're a true celebration of the beauty and wonder of fire, bringing joy and awe to people of all ages.
They really are. And the artistry involved in creating those elaborate displays is truly remarkable. From the precise timing of the explosions to the intricate patterns and colors that light up the night sky, fireworks are a testament to human creativity inspired by the beauty of fire.
And speaking of beauty and inspiration,
Yeah.
what about the simple joy of a campfire? There's something so primal and comforting about gathering around a fire with friends and family, sharing stories, singing songs, and feeling the warmth of the flames.
Yeah, absolutely. Campfires have a special place in our hearts. They connect us to nature, to our ancestors, and to each other. They're a symbol of warmth, community, and shared experiences. And, of course, let's not forget the delicious food that's often cooked over an open fire, adding to the enjoyment of the experience.
You're making me hungry just thinking about it. But, it's not just about the food or the warmth. There's something almost magical about the way a fire can bring people together, creating a sense of peace and connection.
I agree. It's like the flickering flames draw us in, inviting us to slow down, to appreciate the simple things, and to connect with something deeper within ourselves and with each other.
It's amazing how fire can evoke such a range of emotions, from fear and awe to joy and peace. It's a powerful reminder of the complexity and beauty of Allah's creation and the profound impact it has on our lives. It truly is. Thinking back to our conversation about fire, symbolizing both guidance and consequence, it makes me wonder what fire can teach us about ourselves.
What a fascinating question. Fire can be seen as a metaphor for our own spirits. It has the potential for both warmth and destruction, creation and devastation. Just like fire, we possess passions and desires that can either illuminate our path or consume us if left unchecked.
It's like we each have this inner fire burning inside us. And just as a physical fire needs fuel to burn, our spiritual fire needs nourishment too.
Exactly. Our hearts yearn for connection, for meaning, for purpose. Our souls need to be fed with knowledge, with acts of kindness and compassion, with the remembrance of Allah. These are the things that keep our inner flame burning brightly, guiding us towards righteousness and illuminating the path for others.
So, by understanding the nature of fire, by observing its power and its potential for both good and bad, we can actually gain a deeper understanding of ourselves.
I believe that's true. Fire, in all its complexity and beauty, can serve as a mirror, reflecting back to us the potential that lies within our own hearts. It reminds us that we have a choice in how we use our inner fire. We can let it consume us with anger, greed, or envy, or we can channel it towards love, compassion, and service to others.
It's a powerful message, and one that resonates deeply with me. It feels like we've only just begun to explore the wonders of fire. There's so much more to learn, so much more to ponder.
And that's the beauty of knowledge, isn't it? It's a journey that never truly ends. Each discovery leads to new questions, new insights, and a deeper appreciation for the intricate tapestry of Allah's creation.
Well, my friend, I think it's time to bring this deep dive to a close. But before we do you have any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they continue to ponder the wonders of fire?
I would simply encourage everyone to look around them, to observe the world with a heart full of gratitude and a mind eager to learn. See the fire in the warmth of the sun, in the flicker of a candle, in the spark of human connection. And remember, just as fire can transform and purify, so too can our own hearts be transformed and purified through our connection with Allah and our commitment to living a life that reflects His light.
Jazakallah khair for sharing your insights with us today. It's been a truly enlightening journey.
Right, Yakum. It was a pleasure to explore these wonders with you.
And to our dear listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of fire. May this exploration inspire you to see the world around you and the world within you with renewed wonder and appreciation. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.